How's it going, guys? My name is Jakefog and welcome back to episode number 50 of my Football Manager 2020 journey, here today with Leeds United, and I cannot believe that we have already reached 50 episodes in this series. Before I do anything else, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched this series from the beginning, anyone that's picked it up partway through, or anyone that has watched any part of this series and interacted with the videos. I just want to say a huge thank you. This series has gone way better than I ever expected it to. So yeah, just a quick little thank you. It's a little bit of a milestone in it, 50 episodes. Hopefully this series will go on to 100 and then potentially more than 100, but hopefully, by 100 episodes we'll be pretty close to winning both the Premier League and the Champions League, which, as I've said before, is the ultimate goal for this series. So as always, before I do get into the video, if you do enjoy today's video, please do be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Also, get yourselves down into the comments section below. I just love interacting with everyone that watches my videos. I try to reply to every single comment that I get. And yeah, I really enjoy seeing, people's thoughts on the videos and whatnot. So please do, just comment whatever you like on the video if you fancy it. But today we do have another Europa League match against Trabzonspor, and then we're playing against Spurs away, I believe, in the league in what is going to be a pretty tough game. But today we're actually starting off on the profile of Peter Mahoney-Wilkes. So you may remember this guy. He's featured a little bit. We signed him for just 850k from Victoria Pilsen in the Czech Republic. He interested me when I signed him because he was Czech, but he's actually born in the Isle of Man, so he is English, and he's actually declared for the England national team. Whether or not he'll ever make the England national team is a question in itself. But you can see he's on loan this season in the Championship for Huddersfield, and he's not having a bad time of it. 13 appearances, 2 off the bench, 8 goals, 1 assist with a 7.14 average rating across the board. So he's not doing too bad. He's got 4-star potential, so he could go on to be a pretty solid player. But I decided it's about time that I start loaning out some of my youngsters that aren't really playing that much, try and get them some game time and hopefully allow them to develop in the lower leagues. And so far, Peter Mahoney-Wilkes he's done pretty well for himself. He's made a good account of himself. Potentially could even come back next season and make his way into the first team fold. Whether or not he will is another question. He might go out on loan to maybe a lower Premier League team or another Championship club, but I'm monitoring his progress, seeing how he does throughout the season, and I'll make a decision on it at the end of the season. But anyway, a lot of games have been played off camera, so we'll jump into them. And, well, as I'm sure you can probably tell by the title, the streak is over, but it didn't end straight away. So the first game back after our 8-0 demolition of Aston Villa that you saw in the last episode, we played Burnley in the EFL Cup. We got ourselves off to a good start. Davis heading home and then Kene putting us 2-0 up 32 minutes in. And then just before half-time, my hero, my mate, our English-Nigerian wonder kid, Kelvin Ibrahim, slotted the ball into the bottom corner to put us 3-0 up. And then just past the hour mark, Burnley did manage to grab themselves a goal back through the head of Openda. Pretty nice header, to be fair to him. But we rounded off the scoring in the 94th minute. Galeno literally came on for that corner and headed home. You can see a fully rotated side. Because it was the cup, I'm not particularly bothered. And Ibrahim did get injured in the 94th minute, so he has been out for a little bit. But he is back fit today, and like I said, he is going to be starting in our Europa League match against Trabzonspor. I did say he was going to start every Europa League match. He missed the last one because he was injured. But yeah, so far, 2 games for him this season, 2 goals. And we're through to the next round of the Cup as well, so happy days. And next up in the league, we faced Wolves. Vignato once again scoring from the spot, put us 1-0 up, I believe just after half-time. And then Vignato finished off the scoring. A very nice strike from the just inside the box into the far corner. Gave us a 2-0 lead just past the hour mark. And that was that, making it 6 wins from 6 and 6 clean sheets. And the start to this season has just it's been like nothing I've ever experienced in this game, if I'm being honest. In our second Europa League match of the season, we faced Molde at home. Mikic with the ball in. Garcia headed home for the only goal of the game just past the hour mark. Like I mentioned, unfortunately, Ibrahim was injured for this game, so I actually gave Reece France a start. He's another, fairly promising player. 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. His finishing is a little bit weak, but you look at some of his physicals, mentals, and some of his technicals apart from his finishing. He's not a bad little player, and he's another one that could potentially turn into a very, very nice little striker. Just 17 years old. So he's kind of if Ibrahim can't play, he will probably play. Unfortunately, in his one game that he played, he did drop a 6.3, so didn't make the best account of himself, but I mean, I'm pretty certain that was his debut for the club, so can't expect too much of him. But yeah, look at this, a very, very good win against Mould. Shame we didn't score more goals. 33 shots, 17 on target. 3 for Mould, 1 on target for them, and they only had 37% possession. Bit of domination, to be fair. And then back in the league, we faced Burnley, who obviously we beat with our second team 4-1 in the cup, so I was expecting a good result, and a fantastic strike from Soderberg within the first minute put us 1-0 up. Pope got a hand to it, but he could not keep it out. And just before the hour mark, we did manage to grab ourselves a second goal. Montagno getting on the score sheet after good work from Lirola down the right-hand side. Got the ball in. Montagno finished it off. And, well, look at that. Again, a very dominant performance. 2-0. Another clean sheet. 20 shots to 1. I mean, we're just on absolute fire. And now everything comes crashing down. Noan Kenny scored an own goal. Our first goal conceded in the season. I'm not even joking as well when I say in this game there was not like a single good goal. I mean, look at that. What on earth is that? The first goal was an own goal. That was the second goal of the game. Even this goal here where we got ourselves back into it. It's not it's not a good goal. It's not a good goal at all. This game was an absolute shambles. And Arsenal finished it off with a third goal to just finish things off. And, I mean, look at that again. The ball, it's a shot and it's just deflected off our defender and it's fell perfectly into Reece Nelson's path, who, just slotted it home into pretty much an empty net. And we lost 3-1 to Arsenal and, well, the streak is over. So you can see here we've been on look at that to start the season. That's a fantastic run of form. We've only conceded 2 goals, one in the before the Arsenal game, one in the Europa League, one in the EFL Cup. Obviously now Arsenal have beaten us 3-1. I just want to talk about Pavlenka, right? I tweeted this out yesterday, I think it was. And by the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, it's at Jakefog. Link is down in the description if you want to go follow me over there. But Yuri Pavlenka, right? He had played 8 matches. He'd kept 8 clean sheets. And you'd think, he's going to have a decent average rating. Well, it was at a 6.95. I'll put a screenshot up right now of what I took. It was 8 appearances, 0 conceded, 0 goals, 8 clean sheets, and an average rating of 6.95. I mean, goalkeeper ratings in this game are just broken. Everyone knows that, but that's just ridiculous. That's genuinely mental. And if we actually have a look here, where is it at his form? And then if we just switch it to the Premier League, you can see there he had a 7.5, he had a 7.2. Then everything else is under 7. Let me find, there was one game, Manchester City, right? He kept a clean sheet. He made 8 saves. 8 saves. And you think, we'll get a good rating for that. 6.9. 6.9. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, all of that is now out of the way, and we have got our game against Trabzonspor. And as always, we are going to fully rotate this side as much as possible. So I'll quickly do that, and then I'll come back to in just a moment. Right, so I think this is the lineup that I am going to be going with. So it's Pavlenka in goal, Posh and Sistana at the back with McCalmont just in front of them, Davis left wing back, Hickey right wing back, Iribarren and Elenia in the middle, Garcia on the left, Mikic on the right, and Ibrahim up top as that lone striker. I've got Reece France on the bench just in case I want to use him again, but I've also got some stronger players on the bench like Bogus, Davies, Vignato, Montagno, Phillips, Galeno, just in case, everything starts to go a little bit pear-shaped. Hopefully it won't. I'll submit that team and let's get into it. Hopefully Ibrahim can continue his goal-scoring form. 2 goals scored in the 2 games that he started so far. And Eric Lamela is playing for Trabzonspor. Do I recognise any other names in there? Andre Serlo? I'm pretty certain he was the one that was at, what are they called? Crystal Palace, I think he was at. And Caleb Ekyaban, what a player. Former Leeds United striker. 20 appearances, 1 goal. Absolute legend. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's give the fans a performance that they're expecting of us here. I'll let my assistant do the player instructions. And I've also just realised I've not shown you any of the league tables. So actually, before this game starts, let's talk about the league table. In the Europa League, we are currently top of the group. Obviously, before this, it looked like 6 points, 3 points, 3 points, 0 points. But obviously, because the games are in play, Obviously, it looks like that. And in terms of the Premier League, we do sit in first place with 24 points. Liverpool right behind us on 23, and then Arsenal on 22. Goal difference has dropped all the way down to 18. It was at 20, but it's now down to 18. But yeah, very good start to the season. And after that very rushed overview, let's get into it as Ibrahim on the ball here on the left-hand side of the box, plays the ball in. Hickey picks it up on, about 9-10 yards out, and he fires it home into the far corner just 7 minutes into the game. Hickey's first goal of the season. He's fallen out of favour a little bit because obviously I've brought in the roller to play right back, and he was kind of my backup right back last season, and at times he was my first choice right back for a fair bit. But he gets himself on the score sheet with his first goal of the season, trying to make a point, saying that he should be starting or he should be playing more than he is. Although I am training him to play left wing back, so hopefully if he can become a natural at that position, then he will become my backup left wing back. But I mean, my two wing backs that I've got at the moment, I am very, very happy with. As this first half, by the way, it's just flying by. This is only the second highlight that we have seen just past the half-hour mark. Iribarren's on the ball, goes back to McCalmon, picks out Davis on this left-hand side. Can he find a man in the middle? I mean, that's a poor pass. Garcia gets it back to Davis. Garcia, Ibrahim, and Ibrahim has scored his third goal of the season, his third goal in as many games, and boy am I excited about this player. Oh, I just love him so much. I love him so much, as we'll watch it in 3D here. Davis, Garcia somehow gets the ball back into Ibrahim on his weaker left foot, fires it into the near post. The keeper was nowhere near it. The keeper was left stranded, and just like that, we're 2-0 up. So far, we're cruising through this Europa League. I mean, it's a pretty weak group. I think we're too good, to be fair, at the moment to be in the Europa League. Like, I really think we should have been in a Champions League. But, you know what, unfortunately, we weren't good enough last season. And that's the reason that we do have to play in the Europa League, obviously, but we're dominating this group. This will make it 3 wins from 3. Trabzonspor don't know what to do. I think we have been quite lucky with our group. It's not a particularly tough group. But just past the hour mark, Trabzonspor have a corner. Now, if they get back into this game, I am going to look like a right mug with what I have just been saying. Hosseini shoots, and the ball goes over the bar. There's just half an hour left in this game. So far, pretty plain sailing, plenty of possession. We've limited them to just 3 shots in this entire match. And I think it is time. You know what? Let's get Reece France on. He can play on the left-hand side. So do I want to play him on the left-hand side? No, you know what? I'll put Ibrahim on the left because he's got good attributes to play out on the wing. But I'm not gonna play him as a winger because he is left-footed, right-footed. Sorry. Play him as an inside forward, hoping that he can, hopefully he can, cut in, maybe add to his tally for the game, and hopefully the change doesn't backfire on me too much. As Trabzonspor on the ball now, Serloff with it out on this right hand side, back to Oliveira, pressured by Mikic, but plays it off inside. Berg back to the player with a very long name that I'm not going to try to pronounce. That's a poor ball, and Davis picks it up. Iribarren forward to Ibrahim, back to Iribarren in the middle. He's going to drive, dumps it off to Alenia. It's a good ball. Ibrahim shoots, and I'm not sure what's happened there. I think it was saved, but it kind of came out very, very strangely as Posh just snaps Leeds United legend Caleb Ekuban. I think it was Leeds United legend Caleb Ekuban there on the right hand side with just 5 minutes left in this game. Surely there's no way back into it now for Trabzonspor as time is ticking away, and there we go, full time, 20 shots to 4. They didn't manage a shot on target. Absolute domination. And I'm very pleased with your result and your performance. And well, we received 490k. And if we just go have a little look at the group, let's see. Okay, so we're currently sat 6 points ahead of Trabzonspor. So if we beat Trabzonspor in our next game against them, we will have qualified for the next round of the Europa League. So it's been pretty routine with our second string side so far. But yeah, not a bad way to start off today's episode. And next up, we do have Spurs away. Going to be a much, much tougher test. So I'll see you in just a moment for that. Right, so we are back and ready for the game against Spurs. As you can see, we are playing on the Sunday, so a lot of games. In fact, every single game has been played other than ours. You can see both Liverpool and Arsenal have won, meaning that they've leapfrogged us in the table. Ah, bloody hell. It's tight already up at the top. And surprisingly, Brighton and Everton both doing very, very well so far. Man United just off the pace a little bit, and Manchester City are having an absolute shocker down in 10th place. But anyway, get into this game against Spurs. Going to go as strong as possible. Apart from, I'm going to start Montano ahead of Garcia because I think he's just that little bit better. However, I may actually... will I do it? Do I do it? I think I'm actually going to start Garcia on this left-hand side. I am currently training Garcia to play as a left winger. You can see he's got very good attributes. His crossing isn't great, but everything else as a winger is pretty solid. Because I just love Montano so much as a striker, and I think being able to have Garcia as another option out on this left-hand side, a slightly more natural option, could turn out to be absolutely fantastic. And I can't do that because I was gonna put Franceschi in, but Franceschi is out injured. What did he do? Sprained his knee ligaments. He's out for up to 4 more weeks, which is, it's far from ideal, but we're just going to have to live with it for now. So the team is as follows. It's going to be Pavlenka in goal, Kenny and Bastoni at the back with Phillips just in front of them. Davies left wing back, Lirola right wing back, Bogus and Söderberg in the middle, Garcia on the left, Vignao on the right, and Montano through the middle as that lone striker. He's come into a little bit of form recently as Montano. He's got himself back amongst the goals after not having the best start to the season. Obviously Garcia did actually start the season as my starting striker and had a decent start, but he fell off the pace just a little bit. So I've reverted back to having Montano as the lone striker. So the first highlight of the game comes in just shy of the 3rd minute. The cross comes in, it's headed out, but Grealish picks it up. And now Mandragora, is that his name, on the ball? That's a poor ball from Ndombele, but it's a poor ball from Phillips following on from the interception. Now Spurs just have the ball back. Hakimi down this right-hand side, drops off to Leverrock. Ball in, headed towards goal, but Pavlenka makes the save and holds on to the ball as the highlight is actually going to continue here. And are we going to spring a quick attack? This is fantastic play, building the ball up. Bogus, great ball out to Davis on this left-hand side. Can he pick out Montano in the middle? He can. The shot is blocked, but Montano gets it back. He is tackled. Now Spurs once again coming on the attack. Troy Parrott down this right-hand side. Bastoni gets over, fouls him, and gets away with it. No booking for him there. But that is where the highlight is going to finish. And so far it's been a fairly cagey affair. Pretty even, just one shot coming in from either side as we've just had a second shot. As Spurs having a little bit more of the ball, but so far neither of us have really been able to do anything with what we've had of the ball, as this first half is just flying by. And as I say that, we've got a highlight. The throw-in comes in, just kind of goes past everyone. Vignao picks up, plays the ball in, it's headed clear. But Phillips picks up the loose ball, I hope. He's taking his time as he finally plays it off to Davis and back to Phillips. That's a great ball to the roll on his right-hand side. Tries to take it past Chilwell with the first touch, but it's clear. But Bastoni picks it up. Fantastic awareness and stepping out into midfield. Davis on the ball now on this left-hand side. Cuts inside. He goes for goal. I think it was going wide anyway. But Godinho in the Spurs goal makes the save and holds on to it with just 5 minutes left in this first half. And it's been a pretty dull one so far as Spurs have a free kick. Oh, for God's sake. Ruben Diaz scores for Spurs on the stroke of half-time. His initial effort was blocked, but it fell back to him and he slotted it home into the bottom corner. A little bit of luck there, and unfortunately Pavlenka could not get to it. And Spurs take the lead, but there is a highlight straight from kickoff. Are we going to get straight back into it, or will Spurs potentially add a second? Vignao's got it out on this right-hand side. Can he beat his man? He can. Now, can he find a man in the middle, or will he go alone? He goes alone. He is saved, and it falls to Montano. And Montano from there cannot miss. And, well, not even 30 seconds after the restart, we've got ourselves back on level terms, and it looks like we are going to be going into half-time now with the scores level. Poor save from the keeper. Just put it into a very dangerous area, and Montano was on hand to apply the finish. I'm actually going to tell that I'm not happy with what I've seen so far. Hopefully just kind of G them up just a little bit. Hopefully, spark that fire in their belly as Mandragora. I mean, I'm more focused on trying to pronounce his name than the fact that he nearly just absolutely banged it top bins. As the corner comes in, it's headed clear, and Mandragora, I mean, he just kind of let the ball go out for free. I'm not really sure what happened there. Poor touch. Söderberg, free kick, plays it in, goes over everyone, but Kenny's going to pick it up. Is he going to... I mean, what has Ndombele done there? Montagno at the near post heads it in. And, well, there's got to be questions asked there of Ndombele. What's he done? He's just kind of... I mean, let's see this in 3D. Why? He's passed it back. And it's just bounced off Kenny. Kenny's crossed it in. Montagno's there at the near post to head it home for his second goal of the game. And just like that, we flip the game on its head. And we now have a 2-1 lead against Spurs. And, well, you love to see it, don't you? Truly, truly do love to see it. As Garcia, he's not having the best game on this left-hand side. Maybe the Garcia experiment is going to go down as a little bit of a failure, as I'll probably bring on Maria in just a moment. But Leverok's on the ball down this right-hand side, making inroads. Grealish finds the back of the net. I think Pavlenka got a hand to it, but he could not quite keep it out. Oh, we'll have a look at the 3D replay and see what it is saying. It's a nice ball out from Ndombele with his left foot, right into the foot of Leverok. Just pulls inside, and yeah, Grealish heads it down. Pavlenka gets a hand to it, but he cannot keep it out. It's a weak hand. And we are going to bring on Maria on this left-hand side, because Garcia having a nice 6.3 over there, as I just accidentally paused the game. As we'll shout at the boys, tell them to get creative. Come on, do something. There's only 10 minutes left in this game. Am I going to make another switch? I think I'm going to take off Vignato in just a moment, as Ruben Diaz goes close to adding his second of the game. And I'm going to bring on Mikic on the right-hand side for Vignato. Demand more for these last 3 minutes. Grealish free kick comes in and the ball is in the back of the net. Mandragora, oh no. Oh, I mean, that was the shortest highlight I've ever seen. But, you truly hate to see it. And Spurs now have the lead. Go a little bit more attacking. Try and push last minute for a goal. And, well, what even happened there? I swear the highlight started as Grealish was taking the free kick. Mandragora there at the far post. He's been causing me problems all day. Nothing to do with his footballing ability. More to do with the fact that I couldn't pronounce his name. We're into injury time. Are we going to snatch a late equaliser? There is one more highlight with just a minute to spare. Grealish on the ball, plays it inside to Ndombele. We've committed men forward and now Spurs are going to look to exploit that. Grealish has got it out on this left-hand side. Lirola goes over to him. Can he win it back and can we start a counter? No, Troy Parrott can hit the post and we can just about clear it out for a throw-in. With just 20 seconds left. Surely Spurs are going to take the time. Chilwell on the throw-in. Harry Winks back to Chilwell. It's just 10 seconds left now. I think this game is as good as over. Why are they not just going to the corner? Go on. Well, I thought we were going to spring a quick counter-attack, but we have lost. To be fair, it's safe to say it's deserved. We've just not turned up. We didn't turn up in the last game against Arsenal. We've not turned up today against Spurs. And, well, we've been punished for it, ultimately. I'm going to tell them how angry I am at them. I mean, 3-2 has flattered us a little bit, considering we've only had 7 shots in that entire game. We were poor. We were very, very poor. And, well, Spurs deserve to win that ultimately. And regarding the league table, that does now leave us in 3rd place. Still a fantastic start to the season, but those 2 losses in the last 2 games. 6 goals. After not conceding for the first 8 games, we've conceded 6 goals in 2. Which is far from ideal. Montagno with the player of the match, though. You love to see it from the young Romanian. But anyway, with regards to the next game, I'm just going to play on. I'll probably cut maybe West Ham Mulder, maybe Birmingham West Ham. I'm not sure. I'll see how it goes. There might not be any point showing you the Mulder game because we should have qualified for the Europa League knockouts by then. So probably Birmingham West Ham. But I'll see how it is going. But anyway, that is where I'm going to finish off today's episode. As always, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please do be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And I'll catch you in the next episode.